Dave here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up Zapier for the at-home fitness sales funnel. Zapier is a service which allows you to connect various third-party services together. I'm going to go over to my Zapier account, and this is the Zap, which is basically an automated task that we have already set up. And there's links below this video on how to import this shared Zap into your Zapier account so you can save a lot of time. You won't have to waste a bunch of time setting up each step. Now, a Zap always has a trigger and then an action or multiple actions. And the trigger for this is when a new contact subscribes within ClickFunnels. And you'll see down here, when someone subscribes to this funnel and this step, that's when this Zap gets triggered. Now, the first action of this Zap is the email address gets subscribed to a MailChimp list. If you're using a different email service, you can go ahead and click here, and then you can select your email service here. Like if you're using Constant Contact or Aweber, and there's many other services that you could connect to. But in this demo, I'm going to use MailChimp. In this step, it sends a notification to a cell phone. You can set this up to receive notifications when someone subscribes to your list. This, I have it set up to connect to my Slack account. Slack is collaboration software. You don't necessarily have to use this. If you're not familiar with it, I wouldn't suggest setting it up. It's just an added option I set up for my own funnels. But if you're not going to use Slack, you just go in here and edit, and then the three dots right here, and then delete, and then click really delete. And then it will remove this step from the Zap. In this step, we're going to add the email address and name of the person that subscribed to a Google Sheet. And then in this step of the funnel, this will check to see if they had entered a cell phone number and if they are allowing you to text them. Now, if they do agree that you can send them text messages, it's going to continue by sending them a welcome text. And in here, you can actually customize this right in here. You do have to leave this last sentence in there. Now, after that welcome message is sent, we have a delay for 24 hours, and then text message number 2 gets sent out. Then we have a delay for 23 hours, text message 3 gets sent out, and so on and so on. If you don't want to send all these text messages out, you can delete these, and you just go here to edit, and then the three dots, click delete, and then click really delete. And that will remove this step. And you could do the same for the delay and all these text messages. So let's get started connecting the different services or apps to your Zapier account. And it's a good idea to go with the starter plan because you can do multi-step zaps. What I mean by multi-step zaps is, see all the different steps, 1, 2, 3, there's a bunch of steps in here. With their free account, you can only do one trigger and one action. So it's best to sign up for this monthly starter plan. So back over to the Zapier account, the first thing we're going to do is connect some apps. We're going to go to My Apps. And you see this particular account, we have a lot of different services already connected. We have the Calendly service, ClickFunnels, Facebook, Google Calendar, Google Sheets, MailChimp. One of the ones I do want to add that I know is not added is Twilio. And Twilio is what we're going to use to actually send the text messages out. The reason why I like Twilio is because it costs less than a penny to send out a text message. If you don't already have a Twilio account, you can sign up for a free account on their website by using the affiliate link below this video, and you'll get $10 deposited to your account. That $10 can be used towards sending out text messages to your leads. So I want to go to the dashboard on this just to show you what you're going to be looking at when you log into your account. In order to add a phone number that you want to be able to text from and connect ClickFunnels and Zapier to this, you're going to go to this three dots down here that says all products and services, and then you're going to go down to phone numbers. And you notice this particular account doesn't have any phone numbers set up. So you're going to go buy a number and then search for your area code and just choose a number that you like. I'm just going to go with the first one here. Do make sure it says it supports SMS, which usually they all do. We're going to click buy, and you will be charged $1 per month for this number plus 0.0075 per text message you send out. I normally only spend no more than $10 a month, and I use this service on a bunch of different sites that I have set up. I'm going to go ahead and buy this number. And usually the friendly name, I'm going to put the name of the gym we're going to be using in this demo. Go down here to save. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you do have to make a $20 deposit to your Twilio account in order for this number to go live. And to do that, you would go up to your dashboard and then go billing. And you'll see it says over here, your project is in trial mode. In order to upgrade that, you just do a $20 deposit to the account and that $20 is used for future text messages. If you didn't do that, you'd have problems setting up this Zap. When you got to the text message part, if you went to try to send the data, it wouldn't go through if it was a trial account. And it will give you a warning about verifying your phone number, and there is a way to set that up, but it's best just to make the $20 deposit, which will bring the Twilio account active. And I want to connect my Twilio account. Now you actually have to go grab your account SID and Auth token. And to get that, you'd go over to your Twilio account and go to your dashboard. And here is your account SID. You want to copy that and paste it in here. And then go back to your Twilio dashboard and you want to click show under Auth token. You want to copy that, paste it in here. Yes, and continue. And go back out here. We're on this page. Now you'll see the Twilio account just got added. And I usually like to put the phone number or email address that I log in to the Twilio site with. This is in case you're connecting multiple Twilio accounts for some reason and you want to know the difference between each of them. Now that was just an example of how to add your Twilio account. You are going to have to add your ClickFunnels account, MailChimp, and your PushOver account. To do your ClickFunnels account, you would just search for ClickFunnels up here. And then it's going to log you into your ClickFunnels account, which I already was logged in to this browser into my ClickFunnels account. So it automatically added it. And you'll see it added another one here. And you would do the same for Google Sheets. And then you would select the account that has access to that Google Sheets account, and then it would connect your Google Sheets to Zapier. And if you want to receive alerts on your phone, you're also going to connect your PushOver account. And I have a separate video for that. I'll show you real quick. You just type in PushOver, and it's going to ask you for your user key. Just go log into your PushOver account, and your user key is right on your dashboard. You'd copy and paste it into here, click yes and continue, and then your PushOver account is going to be connected to this Zapier account. Now, once you have all your apps connected to your Zapier account, you can go ahead and set up that Zap, which is an automated task. There's a share link below this video that you can use to import this Zap into your Zapier account so you don't have to create it from scratch. And I have that shared link for the Zap copied to my clipboard right now. And I'm just going to go over here and open it in another tab. I'm going to paste and go to that URL. And this is the correct one. Just click use this Zap. And you see it's now imported into this account. But you'll notice these notifications here, these alert icons. And the reason for that is we just have to connect them to the apps you set up previously in this video. So we're going to go down here and click ClickFunnels, and that's the one that was previously set up, which is fine. And then we're going to select the funnel that we want to trigger all these actions. It's the one all the way at the bottom, at home workouts. If you don't see your funnel in there, you could click load more, and it will go connect to the ClickFunnels site and search for any recent funnels that you may have imported or created. We're going to go ahead and click at home workouts, and then we're going to click continue. Now here it wants to go try to find some contact data so it could run through this automated task to see if everything is set up correctly. I'm going to click test and continue. And it found some data. If it did not find some data, what you would do is go visit the opt-in page of your funnel and just type in an email address, like your email address or a test email address, just to save that contact to your ClickFunnels account, and then it will trigger it here, and you could proceed with setting up this Zap. In this example, we're using MailChimp, so I'm going to go down here and select the MailChimp account I want, continue, and then the audience. We already set one up called free offer list. If you didn't already have an audience set up like that in MailChimp, go ahead and set one up. Double opt-in, keep as false. Update existing, keep as yes. Don't touch, replace groups. Go down to tags, and here is where we do tag this lead. Don't see the tag I want to tag it with. This is an older tag we have, free 10-day offer. This is from a previous campaign we were running, but we want to create a new tag. You can't do that from Zapier, so what you do is you go over to your MailChimp list, and you notice I already have this list selected. If you can't find it, go up to audience, and it should be in there. So I'm going to go over here to manage audience, and I want to go to settings, and then I want to go to manage contacts, and I want to go to tags. You'll see this previous tags here from our previous campaign, but I want to go ahead and create tag. And I'm going to name this tag free at home workouts. Create. Now I go back over to my Zap, and I go find that tag again right here, choose value. I still don't see that new tag, so I'm going to click load more. And there we go. There's the tag we just created. I'm going to select that. So what's happening is when someone subscribes to ClickFunnels, it's getting added to this MailChimp list called free offers list, but it's also getting tagged with free at-home workouts. So we know that's the offer they claimed. Make sure the first name and last name are selected. If these aren't in here, you can just click on them right here, and then you can find it in here. Here's first name or show all options. And then down here, make sure phone number is selected. If you don't see a phone number field, what you can do is go over to your audience and go to settings and go to audience fields and merge tags. And here's the different fields you can save for your contacts if you didn't happen to have phone number there, or if you wanted to add additional ones to keep track of other data on this list, such as their fitness level, you can add new fields in here. If you did add new fields in here, when you went back to the Zapier Zap over here, you could just go down to the bottom and click refresh fields, and those new fields would show up. Now in this demo, we are giving them the option to receive text messages, so that is an additional field we need to add. And you'll see down here, we're getting a warning that there's an additional field in ClickFunnels called accept SMS. So what we want to go do is add that field in MailChimp. Go add a field, just do text, and call it accept SMS. And right here, we can just put SMS. And this is going to be a true or false value that ClickFunnels sends to this field. Click Save Changes. Let's go back over here. And now we're going to go click Refresh Fields. And you'll see we have a new field here called Accept SMS. And then we're going to do the drop down. And it's a ClickFunnels field. It was actually a little checkbox, so it's either true or false. We're going to go Show All Fields. And I think it's usually always at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. If you can't find it, you can just use this search right here, SMS, and here it is, accept SMS. Click continue. And right here, you'll see the sample data that it pulled from ClickFunnels. It's actually my email address. It's showing you what it's going to tag. And then it shows the phone number and if this contact allows SMS. I'm going to go ahead and click test and continue. And you notice it completed and it moved on to the next step. This next one's a little bit simpler to set up. PushOver is a $5 app you can download to your phone and receive notifications of when new leads subscribe. So I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to select mine right here. Continue. And then this already has this message in here. You can change this message. You'll see it will populate the name, email, phone, and all this other info with the information ClickFunnels sends over. You'll see the little ClickFunnels icon. That means the data is coming from when someone opts in to ClickFunnels. So this is the push notification that gets sent to you, the owner or coaches, just letting them know that a new lead subscribed for the free at-home workouts or any type of free offer or challenge you're trying to set up. I'm going to scroll down here. You don't have to touch any of that. Click continue and then test and continue. And I actually just received a push notification to the PushOver app on my phone. So we're going to move on to Slack. I'm not going to set this up in this example. I just use this for my own purposes. But if you want to set up your Slack account, you just connect it here. And it's basically just kind of like a notification that you're setting up, very similar to the PushOver notification. But in this demo, I'm going to go ahead and delete this by clicking these three dots over here to the right, and then delete, and then click really delete. Next, I'm going to show you how to add the contact to a Google Sheet. We're going to click on it. I'm going to select the account. I'm actually going to add a new account because for this demo, I'm not going to use this particular one. And it's under my interactive online one. Just click allow. And you'll notice the new Google account was added. Click continue. Now I want to show you the sheet it's getting added to. I actually have it over here. And you'll notice it's a sheet with email address, first name, last name, address, phone number, whether they accept text messages, what offer they were tagged with, number of workouts. This is the IP address they submitted their email address from, the funnel ID, and the date the contact was created. Back over to the Zapier Zap. You're going to select the drive, and it's always just my Google Drive. The spreadsheet. I have it named as My Fitness Website. If you'd like to get a copy of this worksheet, there's a link below this video to download it into your Google Sheets account. And the worksheet I have created was called Free At-Home Workouts Subscribers. And you'll see a lot of these, the fields are already saved with the correct information that's getting pulled in from ClickFunnels. You just want to kind of look it over. We weren't asking them for their address, so this obviously is going to be blank. And this doesn't necessarily need to be 7. You could just leave this blank. This was just a field I created in case you wanted to keep track of how many free workouts you're giving to a specific lead. And here you'll see the tag is right here, and the IP address, funnel ID, and creation date. Continue. And sometimes you got to scroll back up the page, you'll notice. And then test and continue. And you notice it completed up here. And if I go back over here and I look at the very last one, it does show the contact that pulled in from ClickFunnels. Now let's go ahead and set up the text messages. This checks if they entered a phone number, and it only continues with these tasks if it meets these requirements, that they have a phone number and they accepted to receive SMS messages. If they do, it will send them this welcome message. You can go down here and select your Twilio account, continue. And the from number, you're going to select the phone number that you set up previously within your Twilio account. And here's the first text message that is sent, which you can edit. You do want to paste in the URL to your funnel. And to get that, you would go to your ClickFunnels account, and then you'd click this icon right here on the first step. And then you would copy and paste this URL into your Zap. Click continue. Now it's going to use this contact and this phone number as the test, which is my phone number. I'm going to click test and continue. And I just received the text message. So I can click done editing. And then you could continue with these if you want to keep sending out text messages every 24 hours. You're going to click on here and then just click test and continue. And then go to the next one, select your Twilio account, continue. And then you're going to choose the number, enter your message, make sure you have the correct link, continue, test and continue. And I just received that test message. Click done editing. And then you could set these up as well, or you can just delete these by clicking edit, the 3 dots, delete, and then click really delete. And then after you're done, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and make sure all of these do not have this alert icon. If they do, you either have to delete it or go in here and configure it. And after you're done, you can go up here and turn this Zap on the top right. And then right here, when I click on, actually, where'd it go? I actually have it here, and I have it off for this demo, but you can go in here and rename it to At Home Fitness Funnel. Save. Now once you have that Zap all configured and it's on, you've completed setting up the Zap within your Zapier account.